Hello, good day. Welcome to Multines Design in a continuation of studio apartment design in Revit 2024. So here we are going to put more efforts on what we are designing from beginning. So as we start, we were able to do the scoping in the last one, do the ceiling and so on and so forth. So now we want to address some issue, like we address this space and create some window hood embellishment around this place. Then before then we fine-tune all the area that needed to be done. So we pay attention to the way we are doing from beginning. So now let's start. So the first thing is that this floor slab does not have the same level with this. So what's wrong? So you look at it from the floor tiles. So most times it's not the really design. What we just need to do is to get it done by saying, okay, it's 150, increase it to 200. It's 200. Then you say, okay, no, sorry, you need to duplicate that because it's going to affect the remaining one. So duplicate. So that's the tiles 7. There, this will 200, and you say, okay, okay. So then you see the perfection. Now the next thing is that you look at this space, go to your level 1. This is where your stair runs. Go to the second one, and you see where your slab stops. So click on the slab, and then you click on this and see edit the boundary. As you edit the boundary, look around and see whether you still have some loop or loop sided. If you don't have any, what you don't need to do is to draw around this space. So let it give you that which you need to work on. That is another method to do that. So you draw around this space as well. Good. So you do the same thing around it. So here you click here. So here what you do, you go around here like this, then you break into 2. So you trim it fine. So as you have done with this, you click align, let it stop at where it starts. So as it stops, then you say click finish. So you go back to 3D view and go and see. So you see that everyone is at the right place that is supposed to be. So that is what you need to do and correct some details. So the next thing you focus on is this roof aspect. So you click here and you go to your third floor. So you need to create things around that space. So how do you do that? Click here, and then you bring it into follow excessiveness. So you click here and you close it up. So sometimes you might wonder what's going on. Does it really have the same? No, that's what you need to take note of. Align this. And select this. So go back to your 3D and go and see what you've done. So it's more taller and more higher. Come to south elevation or west, anywhere you can find. Yes, now what you do is that you align into original consolidated aspect. So you are done with that. Look at it from 3D and you have what you need to have. It is not over yet, but that's just the beginning of what you are doing. So now we have done with this. So the next thing to do is to cover it up, whether by creating, so we are going to create that later. But now we want to change, go to view and say texture or consistent color. So we want to change the color of this. Since we have, you see the 4 is 150, so edit that by changing it, the material of that. So click here. You don't need to do duplicate again because it's already a different wall entirely. So click on the material. So at the material level you have chosen, click on grab it and say okay, it's done. So choose this one and say duplicate the material appearance, then assign different things. So go to appearance library. From there you can select wall covering or wall paint. So I'm going to use Matisse. So I'm going to use something of a different nature, which is what, dark gray. So dark gray I'm using at that point. So I want to allow it to be more darker, take it more dark. So now that simple idea of darkness, so let it continue. So the whole material of that aspect changed. Look at this again. So you see what I'm talking about now. This one will be a beautiful guide to that to that wall at that level. So click here and say edit, and here edit level, then change the category of material here. Instead of you doing this, so what you just need to do is to right click on this one and say to duplicate the material for you. So let it be like that. You can rename it if you want to rename it, or if you are not renaming it, leave it, because the reason why you are doing duplicate is that you can use all material, because when you want to take it to external file, like whether you want to work in Lumia or 5D render or V-Ray, so you'll be able to identify those material and change them according to, so that you don't have any confusion among themselves whenever you are there. So here you say wall paint. Instead of using one, you can click on wall paint and say okay, gloss. So you want to use cool white gloss. So the glossy cool white is what I want to use here. Click on this and I say okay, perfect. So did I have it? Yes, it's there now, concentrated. So pure and finishing. So the one thing you need to do is that the movement from here to that, so you create that by going to your south elevation. Did you have it? So go to north. So any aspects you want to work on, you can work on that. You can make it another family by creating architecture components. So you say model in place, and you here you follow space work, and you step all the steps. So is there okay? Then you use create to create that. So these ones are more simple and more simpler. Or what you just need to do is to look at what you are doing, whether it works okay perfectly what you are trying to categorize. So you click here and you say the steps should be created like that. So here you start from here, which is 300, and you come down here, which is 150, type 150 here, and press OK. So as you have done with that, what you just need to do is to copy these two and begin to move to copy them around. So multiple copying instead of you to be doing them one after the other. So you have what you need to have. So click there and let this one finish with this. So remove this, because, and if you are not satisfied with that, you can now just do to make sure that those things are equal and equally distributed. See what I'm going to do now. So you put it here now, you see equal. So you're going to research yourself when you want to do particular value, and you can change it to value or value text or something like that. So it will change. So this is it. It's now 160 instead of 50. So that's what we do. So click here, finish, and everything is back. So go back to your west. So from there you drag this inside. Drag inside. Right. So what's your issue? Like I said, drag this arrow. Drag this arrow. Or you can align anyone that please. So you can do the align. So that's it. So you get the aspect right. So the next aspect is that you click here, so assign material to that one, so that it should not be coming back there to do something. You can change this one, and material does not matter how many number of material you are assigning. So you just keep on creating more materials, because it's going to be of your benefit in by the time you want to do the rendering. So now let's just go say miscellaneous. Do we have anything related to what we want to do in sliding, spacing, and whatsoever? So just finishing the work. things like this are there to the ties. So let me just use this particular wood, hardwood. So I want to use that material for that front, because by the time the whole thing is demonstrated, you're going to enjoy and love it. So most times those material may have specification that you work with. It depends upon the creativity and what you are doing within your own power and reach. So as we have done with it now, the next thing is that I want to create something like window embellishment around this place and mirror it to the other side. So what I do is that I create this, and I will say component again. So I say model in place, create family by using this casement, or go to window and select something that is reasonable. Window, say okay. And the one, just call it window wood. So click OK and start what you need to start. Create. So when you click on the create, you can use extrusion or blend. So here I'm going to use sweep. For those of you who understand the sweep aspect, you click on the first this, and you don't need to click grid line. Just click here and select the whole first surface area here, and from here you alight, say okay. So here you select the profile, and it take you to a convenient profile that you know that okay you want to work with. So edit the profile, you will say. From there you click in north elevation, south elevation. Which elevation did you prefer? So click on open north. So by the north it's open for you, so you put your pattern of design to what you want to, what you are expecting here. So I'm doing something like this. Just my little pattern, and say finish it that way. So you can check it from 3D whether it's suitable to your techniques or your idea. So from here now you can change this one category. So I want to use the same thing with this default. Where is that wall? Where is that default? Okay, default for 5. I think good. So let me use that. I want it to have some pattern. So you can mirror this one now to the other side by clicking here and say rotate, or it also rotate with copy. Click on copy and 90-degree rotation will be okay. So move here now and dump it here. So here, as we have it here now aligned to the wall, still need to do work on it. Right there you click on this and say edit sweep. Edit sweep here, just only thing you need is to edit the sketch part. So from there you click on north. So at the north side you right click like this, bring him up close to where it's supposed to be. So that's what you need to do, and you are done with this. Click finish and everything is done. So as you are done with this area, you are done with some certain theory of technique. So the test is you want to do is to design this upper side of the wall with the same method that we are using here. So click here and say click on extrusion. I want to use different pattern, which is sweep sweep blend. So sweep blend here will allow me to do what I want to do by keep sketch first, keep it plain. So I'm using plain here. No, it's not what I want to do. Delete this, say delete. So create again. Here you want to create extrusion, sorry. Click here. Do not bother about that. So extrusion sometimes makes something different. So you look at it and create extrusion. You see, and then you select the surface that you want to match that extrusion with. So click here. So this is just a way of drawing a pattern. So as you have done with that, you can decide to copy, just take from edge like this and you continue like that. So you need that. So if that's okay for you, you can leave it. So as you have done with this one now, you click finish, edit this and change it to color white. So here is what you change to. You can use this, say okay. So as you are done with that, you click 3D. So drag this in. Can drag it in a little bit. So that's the pattern around this place. So you can copy this one now and say go to level 5 at your level 5, or go to level 3. Yes, that level 3 you can just copy and what it calls 3, so that you'll be able to move it around. So dump it here. So from here you can edit more. So you edit from here, bring it to this point. So every other thing you are doing, you can just like edit a script. So go to that place. So all the one that's outside the space, you delete them. You can adjust this one and bring it front to it. So as you are done with this one now, you click finish. So you go to that level 3 again. You can now say rotate with copy. So you rotate it to 90 degree. That 90 degree because for the perfection. So you move from here now. You dump it somewhere here. Let's drop it here. Good. So you can copy that one too and drop it here. So see what I've done with that. Click on rotate in this place. I want to do everything at once and place it equally. So tap 90 degree and copy this one again. Drop it here. So what I'll do, so you go back to your elevation, which is south. From here you can edit the station. So this one now you can copy. You say copy from here. So copy. So from this to edge, drop it to this edge and drop it to the edge here. So you will delete this. Now you go back to the front. So finish. So this one you choose and you say edit extrusion, take you to west. Good. So here and what you have done here, so you copy this one and delete it. So adjust this to the middle. You say finish. So select this one to edit it. Pick this up, delete. Copy this and adjust to the middle. You click finish. So these are the things you do and you see the pattern, a reasonable one for that matter. So that is the little detail that you need to add to building, and everything will give you what you need and what you demanded for. So as you have done with this one now, whatever you want to create is going to be more interesting for you. So thanks for watching here. Just subscribe if you have never watched before, and help us to like and at the same time share with what you are doing. So that is what we do here. The next video we are going to work in details of the this side and every other thing that we need to put in place. And you see, so before that we now duplicate the whole building.